Good morning, people. Today is January 24th, 2023, 124:23. Today, I pray that you see what you need to see to be who you were created to be and live on purpose. I want to talk to you about reciprocity in relationships. Sometimes you're assigned to people to help them see a better way. And after you stated it, sometimes you just need to just show by example. Some people may rarely see themselves as they are known. They may be quick to call you on things or refuse to own their stuff, not want to recognize the triggers that they've pulled against you, but are so quick to hold and rub in your face the triggers that you have done against them. Be mindful to allow patience to have its good work. For those with whom you are assigned, hey, take your time and help refine the relationship through prayer. Because after you've had the communication and confrontation of the situation, don't exacerbate the frustration by continue stressing over comments that have already been made. So, without throwing more shade, pray, and pray. Let God lead your way by example. Show them how to live life forward. And when you have had enough, take a break, walk away, just breathe for a minute. You don't have to stay in stressful environments that are triggering you or prompting the worst in you. Take a break. Take a walk. Go take a drive. Get your mind back right. Fuss it out with God. Come back in peace. Journal. Talk to somebody. Spiritual father, spiritual mother. Talk to God about it first. Let him lead you to those who will help you. And if you're not in a committed relationship with somebody or assigned to that person by God, let them go. Stop trying to make something with people who you're not supposed to be with. We love who we love. Our love quotient is weird. You can be an absolute genius academically, but when it comes to the matters of the heart, it's a whole nother weird thing. Because what we do for love, we may not do for anything else. There may be no other motivation to do it outside of love. And love is the most powerful thing on the earth. I'll never forget. I don't think I've ever shared this. I had a friend who was stranded out of town. Car broke down. And all I had was a truck and prayer. I called up one friend. He had a tow dolly where you put two wheels on and drag. And I'm like, that's going to tear up the transmission. Pulling that car across those two states. And then Lord told me, I drove by this neighbor's house. He had a trailer, full trailer, car hauler. One car hauler. Talked to him, told him the situation. Never met this guy a day in my life. Gave him a copy of my license, gave him a couple $100 and was like, hey, I'll have it back to you tomorrow. It had two flat tires, fixed them both, made it there, made it back, was able to fix the car. And this type of car I had never worked on before, but just to show you the power of love and how it works. It will move mountains. It will move mountains. It moved that neighbor's heart to say, you need to go help your folks. I get it. It made sure the finances was in order to make that trip. It made sure that we made it there and back safely. I mean, it was a non-stop trip. It was going there and coming right back the same day. Probably about 15 hours of driving nonstop. Except to gas up and grab a bite and maybe took a 30-minute nap. It put all the resources there. But I tell you, that love quotient will move mountains if you love. And just know that some people you love may not love you the same way. They may be giving you just what you need. And I'm learning as a man, you receive from God and give to your female companion, your mate, your wife. There should be some reciprocity. If God gives to you, you should give back to God. If you give to your mate, your wife, your companion, she should give back to you. But there is order, and there is divine order, and there is relationship. So in the beginning stages, don't allow impatience to blind you from seeing who the person you are, because it may limit your love walk. Because when strife takes over the relationship, it strangles the life of the relationship. Ladies, love your man back that loves you. He's not going to be perfect. Neither are you. Guys, love that woman that you said you do too. And both companions, love God back. Love God. And ladies do receive from God too. I don't want to discount that. I don't want that to be misconstrued. And which goes into, we have to be careful of catching something that was not intended to be stated. Church hurt can come from catching something that wasn't intended, not reading up behind the scriptures that justify the points made in the sermon, share, talk, whatever you want to call it, and trying to walk those misinterpretations out in our life where we just keep running up on strife. And that's why you have to have a relationship with God to help you discern. Pray for wisdom every day. Your relationship is nothing without God. It's nothing without wisdom, wise dominion. It's nothing without sound judgment, tactfulness. It's nothing without discernment, knowing when, where, and how to do what you have been told to do. And that requires a relationship with God. The love flow allows you to go to places that you've never been, to transcend above the fleshly planes of orgasms to new ways to make love to your mate. Whether working as a team, experiencing things that you've never seen, being able to connect with each other millions of miles away without a phone call, but knowing that each other is okay. We can play these games as little boys and girls trying to rock the physical world, but sex comes up so short when everything else is not in place. The things that need to be in place is character on both sides, reciprocity, fruits of the Spirit, which are kindness, meekness, faithfulness, commitment, consistency, working together, forgiveness, love, good character. Learn your place. Learn your place. Your place is always in love. And when you out of place, you're out of love. I pray that you get something from this and your relationships blossom. And if it's broken, it be restored. But be restored so that what broke it will never break it again, because both of you have learned the lesson and received the blessing of better minds, better connections, the betterment of each other. In Jesus' name.